could have been abused physically, they could have been abused mentally. You need to know whether you're willing to help that person heal or whether you yourself have your own issues in life. You don't have time for that person's issues. I don't think I could be with like a rapper. I'm sorry, like rappers and that, no, not me, sorry. Rappers, they come with too much like behind the scenes, girls waiting for them outside, behind the stage, VIP ready to come and suck their I'm sorry, it's not for me. The girl be there in the VIP gonna suck their
I see you, sis, doing your thing. Frontal hella laid and your edges on swim. And you too sly to be stressing about him. You work till 5 and you still made gym. Damn, you's a boss bitch. Make a man move mad like a mosh pit. Had a dream about a Benz so she copped it. She want a big bag, she want a profit. And you felt like yourself in a while. You find it hella hard just to crack a little smile. And she a single mom but she still hold it down. Baby daddy.
Hey guys, and welcome back to my YouTube channel. It's your girl Claire 419er, the medium ghetto yummy mummy, and I'm back again with another video. Today's video is going to be about possible baggage your new partner could come with and whether you're willing to accept it or not. I'm going to make it a bit personal because it's not going to be a story time, but it's going to be like, I'm going to relate it to my life and what I've been through personally with baggage. Anyway. But yeah, before I start this video, guys, I want to show you my hair, this beautiful, silky, amazing hair. Amazing. I straightened this hair about like 3 days ago, so this is like 3 days old straightened hair, and it's not today. So don't cuss how straightened it is. So this is the 5x5 closure. It's like a mini frontal, as you know, but it's just a closure in it. With a bit more lace. It's 20 inches. I got 3 other bundles, 22, 24, and 26. As you can see, it's just above my bum. Well, it's on my bum actually. Yes, silky, silky. Straightened 3 days ago, baby, and still straight. I got this hair from the Lounge Beauty Bar. I'm going to put the Instagram right here. I'm also going to put their website in the description box for you guys that have Instagram. Yeah, my hair was done because I bought the bundles from her, but my hair was done by Huncho's Hub, my personal stylist, the only person I go to for my hair. I'm going to put Instagram right here as well. I'm not really doing her justice right now by showing you this video because my hair, I didn't look after it like I meant to, yeah, but we move because she's going to cuss me about my hair. So, baggage. Baggage could be anything that you come with. It doesn't always necessarily have to be negative, but it could be seen as negative to a possible new partner of yours. So, in my case, my baggage, some people could see, is my child. She has a child, I don't want to date her, I don't want to date somebody with a child, which is fine. Everyone needs to know who they want to date. Like, I've never had somebody personally tell me they don't want to date me because I have a child, but I'm sure a lot of people wouldn't want to date me because, not a lot, but I'm sure some people wouldn't want to date me because I have a child. And that's absolutely fine. That's your personal preference. That's, you're making sure you're dating somebody you're able to manage and all the baggage they come with, if that makes sense, which is fine. Like I said, that's your personal preference. So you do you. If you don't date somebody as a child, do that. Personally, I wouldn't date somebody as a child either. So I understand it. I personally wouldn't date a guy with a child. People always say to me, oh, you wouldn't date with a guy with a child, but you have a child. Does it make sense? Well, it makes sense to me. Thanks. That's it. Case closed. I wouldn't date a guy with a child. I don't have time for no baby mum drama. Don't have time for it, thanks. I'm good. But yeah, that's my personal opinion. If you have a personal opinion, that's fine too. Another example of baggage could be your new partner's exes, which is why I'm going to make this personal, because in my situation, my ex-partner, I'm not going to make it clear which ex, because some people watching this, if I give off too many clues, they'll get it. But one of my exes, he had, a lot of his exes were just constantly coming to message me, popping up. They were just all crazy. They were all weird. And it was like, I'm with you, but it's like these exes come with you as well. It's like we're in a relationship, there's about 4 or 5 of us in the relationship. And it wasn't even necessarily his fault. That's my point. Like, it wasn't even his fault. He wasn't still entertaining them, or he wasn't cheating on me with them. It was just that he had weird, crazy exes that wouldn't leave him or me alone. They kept on messaging me on fake accounts, just talking absolute rubbish, just trying to be rude. And the thing about me is that I'm a very confrontational person and I hate backing down, which is wrong and bad. But it's like when they'll message me and I reply. And it's like, that wasn't giving me peace, but it's like I wasn't enabling the peace myself, because all I had to do was ignore them, but I couldn't do it. But it's like, still regardless, he came with that baggage. That baggage was those exes. And in hindsight, personally, I wouldn't date a guy with crazy exes if I see that from the beginning. I'm sorry to say, I can't do it. Like I said, it's not fully your fault because you're not the ones telling the exes to move mad, but you come with that. That is your baggage. Like, that was his baggage, those exes. And they were just like, I can't do that again. Nah, God forbid, God forbid, God forbid. The way they were pressuring me, messaging me, talking rubbish all the time, like, it actually affected my mental health. Like, the way they would just constantly messaging me, fake accounts on Snapchat, fake accounts on Twitter, fake accounts on Instagram. It's like, you're not embarrassed. Like, can you not just move on? Another example of baggage could be somebody who's involved in criminal activity. Like, you yourself know beforehand that they're into fraud, they're selling drugs, they're into trapping in general. Like, do you get it? Just bare, like, whatever in it. There's a lot of illegal things that people can do to make money, though. To make money in it. It could be even gang related as well. Ignore me, unless people that are in gangs don't even make money from being in gangs. But yes, they do that other rubbish on the side. But you get what I'm trying to say. Anybody that's involved in illegal stuff and you know beforehand they're involved in it, it's like, you need to know whether you're willing to take on that person and the possible things that could happen to them. Them being involved in the criminal activities, yes, there's different routes that there's different possibilities that could happen to them. They could end up being rich one day and having so much money from all the drugs they've sold, all the fraud they've done. But at the same time, they could go down a path where they end up going to prison. Or let's say their line isn't banging today, they could end up not having money and being broke for a month or two. Do you get it? Like, you need to know whether you're ready to go through all of that. Do you get it? You need to know whether you're ready to take that risk with them. You need to know whether you're ready to take on somebody that is doing this illegal activity, and whether it's worth the risk for you, for your mental health, for your own physical health, for your own everything. Like, he could end up getting stabbed and die tomorrow. Like I said, there's different legal activity things you can go into. So in that example I gave, it could be he's on the roads. With the drug one, like I said, it could be they're not making enough money today, or the plug, they get robbed and whatever issue. Or with fraud, it could be they're not getting enough squares today, they're not getting enough bank cards today. Like, do you get it? There's so much issues that can happen. They could go to prison. There's just so much. Like, another one is even a criminal record, which relates to this. Like, them having somebody that's already been involved in that illegal activity, has now gone to prison, and they've now come out of prison. Do you want to get in a relationship with somebody that has a criminal record? That person could find it hard to get jobs. As you know, having a criminal record makes it hard for you to find jobs. That's a fact. Like, we can't deny that. It makes it hard for you to find jobs. The sectors you can go into are limited, and it's sad to say, but they are. Whether you have a degree or whatever, it's still limited because of that criminal record you have. Are you willing to be with somebody that you know you're going to find it hard in the future? Maybe it's time to raise your kids and get mortgages and stuff like that. It's going to be hard for you to do all of that because they have a criminal record. And it's going to be hard for them to get income because of their criminal record. Are you willing to be with somebody like that? You need to know whether you're ready to be with somebody that has all of that. For me personally, I can't pretend. I think I probably would. If somebody had a criminal record, it would depend on the person and depend on what they've done, and if they had actually reformed, and if, like, I could see a change in them as to why I would be with them. I don't think I could be with somebody at my age now, with having a child and being where I'm in life, that's currently doing criminal activity. I couldn't. I'm sorry, I couldn't. Because when I was younger, I can't pretend it used to be fun and that, yeah, I'm with a roadsman, or whatever, he's doing this, he's doing that. But I'm an adult now, and I make money legally myself, and I make enough money. Like I said, I'm not saying I'm rich or whatever, but I get enough money. Do you get it? So I want someone to match me and to be on the same level as me. I don't even be looking over my shoulder all the time, or hearing that, oh, he's gone to prison, or he's been arrested, or his answer he's spent for 2-3 hours. I'm thinking, oh my gosh, maybe you got stabbed. Do you get it? I don't want that. I hate that. I used to be fun when I was younger. I used to love the roadman when I was younger. I'm not gonna pretend. I used to love a roadman. Everyone that knows me, clearly I'm medium ghetto. I used to love a roadman. I used to love a fraudster. I used to love all of them. But I'm too old now. I'm a big woman with a child, and that's not me. That's not me. That's just dumb. It's just childish mentality to have. Another example of baggage could be past traumas, whether it's from previous relationships, whether it's from them going through family issues. Some people could have gone through in their past relationship, they could have been abused physically, they could have been abused mentally. You need to know whether you're willing to help that person heal, or whether you yourself have your own issues in life, you don't have time for that person's issues. It's sad to say, like, I hate that it's rude for me to say you're thinking it's rude, but at the same time it's the truth, because you need to think about your own mental health in this situation. Yes, that person has their own issues, but are you willing to take on this person's issues and add it to your own head? Do you get what I'm trying to say? Like, they could have been through family issues. Some people don't know how to love. Some people, their parents didn't love them correctly, so now when it's time to love, they find it hard to love. Not everyone's the same. And it's like, you need to know whether you're willing to take that on. They could be depressed. They could have anxiety. Are you willing to take on somebody that is currently depressed and not always going to be in a good mood every day? Some days they're going to be able to give 5%. You're going to have to give 95%. You have to be willing to take on somebody like that. If they're depressed, if they have anxiety, if they have other mental illnesses. There's so many issues that people could have, and you need to know whether you're willing to take that on. Do you get what I'm trying to say? Like, I'm not saying discarding people, no. But I'm just saying that you need to know if you're willing to take it on. Like I said, some people could have been through past relationships where, not relationships, so past family issues where maybe they were abused as a child. And now they find it hard to be intimate with you. You need to be there for, know if you're going to be able to be there for them and help them, and know that some days they're not going to want you to touch them. Some days you might come behind them, might feel the type of way. Do you get what I'm trying to say? You need to know whether you're willing to take that on. Personally, I think it would depend to the extent what their trauma was. It would depend to an extent. Like, a lot, for me personally, there's a lot of males that come with their trust issues, or they had an issue in the past, and then now it's like, oh yeah, they're going to cheat on you because, oh, they've never had love before, proper love, or they've been cheated on, now they're going to bring it to a new relationship. I'm sorry, I can't be with someone like that, because you're not going to use that as an excuse every time. I'll be one of my exes, same thing happened to him. He would always, like, when he cheated on me, he was like to me, because my ex cheated on me, so I want to cheat on you first before you cheat on me. And that's nonsense. It's not, like I said, it's not fully his fault. He's been through the trauma. He's been through that in life. So that's why he thinks that way. But it's like, I don't need to go and now sacrifice my mental health because of somebody else. Do you get it? No, sorry. Like, you've been through that. I'm sorry you've been through that. You need to go and be with somebody that's going to lie to cheat on them whilst you heal. That's not me. Do you get it? I'm not a rehabilitation centre. I'm not that. Like, sorry to say. You need to go and get help where you need to get help from, and then come and start a relationship. Don't go into a relationship with certain things like that. Like, certain issues like that. Do you get what I'm trying to say? So I couldn't personally be with someone like that. But it would depend. If someone's like depressed and I know they've been through certain issues, it depends on, like I said, it depends on the trauma for me personally as to why I would be with them. Also, in this category of like emotional issue the person could have been through, is that the person could, some people like really have trust issues and they might be really clingy towards you because they've been through previous situations where the partner was cheating, whether the partner was being unfaithful to them, whatever was going on. So now they're really clingy. Now they're always going to be on your phone, always going to be messaging you, where are you, don't know where you are. You need to be willing to cope with that. If you're not, can't be with somebody like that, don't be with somebody like, sad to say, but you need to not be with somebody like that if you know it's going to just cause issues in your relationship and it's not going to progress because they're like that. Or you need to be willing to help them heal. Do you get what I'm trying to say? Another example of baggage is fame. Some people come with fame, whether it's being a hood celeb, whether it's being an actor, a singer, artist, whatever. Do you get what I'm trying to say? Like, there's even just being an influencer. Like, those people, they come with baggage. And for me personally, that is a bit of a negative baggage. Sorry to say. But like I said, you need to be willing to know if you're ready to be with someone like that. Because they're going to come with fans. They're going to come with fans. If it's a male, he's going to come with a lot of female fans. Like, I've seen myself, footballers have girls sending nudes to their DMs. You might think to yourself, maybe entertain that first. You won't really, like, no, you won't really know. You are obviously your partner, so you're going to trust them. But it's like, you need to know whether you're willing to take on that person with all that baggage. They're fans that are, some of them are crazy fans, some of them are lustful over them. Do you get what I'm trying to say? You need to know whether you're willing to take on, you walking down the street and every 2 seconds someone's asking for an autograph. Somebody wants to talk to them, someone's snapping them, someone says, oh my gosh, you're this person, oh my gosh, you're that person. You need to know if you're willing to be with somebody like that. It could even be a YouTuber. Do you get what I'm trying to say? Like, someone that's well known, someone that has a lot of fans and people that are gonna know who they are. You need to know if you're willing to be with somebody like that. Personally, like I said, it would depend on the fame. Like, I don't think I could be with like a rapper. I'm sorry, like rappers and that, no, not me, sorry. Rappers, they come with too much, like behind the scenes, girls waiting for them outside, behind the stage, VIP ready to come and suck their cock. I'm sorry, it's not for me. The girl be there in the VIP gonna suck their cock, and that's not me. I don't want my, because it's, with the rapper thing and like a lot of famous people, it's like the girls are literally throwing themselves at you. Like, with a lot of normal guys, I'm not saying that girls can't throw themselves at them, but it's like more time they have to put in a bit more effort to get the girl. Do you get what I'm trying to say? But when it comes to a lot of people that have fame and that, the girls are literally throwing themselves at you. Like, they don't have to go and look anywhere. The girl will be there behind the stage. The girl will be there in the apartment waiting for them after their motive or their tour, whatever they've just done. Do you get what I'm trying to say? Like, it's just too accessible for them. It will take a really strong-willed man to not give in. And it's sad to say, imagine after 5-10 years, the chances of him giving in once or twice is likely. Like, I'm sorry to say, but realistically, for me personally, how I see it, I'm not saying every guy will, no, because you could be with somebody who's faithful to you and has kids with you, married, and they're not going to even look at another female like that. But personally, I don't really want to take that baggage on. I'm sorry to say, I don't really want to risk it. Another example of baggage could be somebody's financial status. That could be whether they're rich or they're poor. Somebody that's rich, when you come with money, I'm not going to relate to the fame, but it kind of does. Because with money, a lot of things are more easily accessible to you, as you know. Like, that could mean they're tempted more, if that makes sense. It could mean, like, a lot of people that I've seen, well, that's like on the movies and stuff, you see like, oh yeah, he has so much money, so he thinks that he's giving you the house, the kids, the car, everything, now he can go and cheat or whatever. They think that because they've put you in such a good place in life, you can't really complain. Do you get what I'm trying to say? Like, personally, like I said, it would depend on how rich they were, to me personally, but yeah, I don't know if I could be a rich person or not. I could be, no, I want to be a rich person. We all want to be with somebody rich, come on. But it would depend on where they got their rich from. I think I'm relating it too much to the fame thing. I think it's more somebody that's rich and famous that I wouldn't want to be with. Too tough. Yeah. And it could be they're poor. It could be the person has a bad credit score. When it's time for you guys to take out a mortgage now, no mortgage. Bank don't want to give you loans. Bank don't want to help you. Sorry. Do you get it? Because the person has bad credit score. They could have messed up their credit score from young. They could have taken out bare phones, taken out bare loans, and now their credit score is kaput. Nonsense. Finished. Like, and now you want to start a life with them. Do you want to be with that person knowing they have that bad credit score and a lot of debts and stuff? Knowing they have all of that, are you willing to take that on? Some people will be, because they're ready to build with that person and know that's the person's past and another person's trying to change and they're trying to do better. Personally, I couldn't, because I'm sorry to say, even that's your past and you're trying to change now. It's just too much. Credit is something very important. Because that person, just because they have bad credit score, doesn't necessarily mean they're broke. Remember that, please. They could still have a lot of money. It's just that they haven't got good credit. And as you know, credit is very important. Well, when you get older, you know credit is actually important. Well, you should know it from young, so you can build up a credit. But credit is very important when it comes to, like I said, mortgages, taking out loans for businesses or whatever. Do you get what I'm trying to say? You need to know whether we need to be with somebody that has bad credit, loans, all of that. Another example of baggage could be the person's family. So it could be they have a mum that is just, some mums like, well, I'm not going to relate this to only single moms, but I'm not going to lie, I've seen this a lot with single mothers. Some mothers like cuddle their son, like they keep their son so close to them. Like they feel like no girl is good enough for their son. Some I've seen a lot of mother-in-laws just be spiteful just because they feel like no one's good enough for their son. Do you get what I'm trying to say? Like, it could be they have a weird sister. It could be they have a weird brother and the family don't really like you. You need to know if you're willing to marry into that family or just not necessarily marry. Go into that family knowing full well what they're like. You and that person could end up getting married. You and a partner could end up getting married, having kids. You need to be willing to be with somebody and take on their family, knowing what their family's like. Are you willing to have the mum always talking down on you, saying, oh, this is not how you do this is not how you do that? Are you willing to have that? Or this is not how my son likes his cooking. This is not how he likes it. Are you willing to be with somebody who their parents is like that? You need to know whether you're willing to take that person on, knowing the baggage they already have, which is their family. And it's not to say that you can't change their family. Do you get what I'm trying to say? So you need to know if you're willing to do that. Personally, I can't. Like, no, I always say it depends, and it depends on how my partner is. Because some partners will just move like, I don't want to take a side, even though one of them's in the wrong. If mum is fully in the wrong, being wicked, you should take your wife's side, your partner's side. It's true, it's truth. You should pattern your mother or your brother or your sister. Tell them, no, what you're saying is wrong. If it's a normal argument, like, oh, I want the cake to be blue, she wants the cake to be red, that's different. That's a normal, basic argument. But if it's something like, the mother is being rude to the girl, saying, oh, you're not good enough for my son, you can't just sit back and say, I'm not getting involved. No, you cannot. You need to actually stand up for your partner at that point in time. Whether she's your wife at the time, your girlfriend, whoever she is to you, no. Because your mom should not be treating people like that. Your family should not be treating people like that. Simple. That's wrong. Period. Do you get it? Like, it's absolutely wrong. So, like I said, it will depend on what my partner's like. If I have a partner who he himself knows his family's toxic and he doesn't agree with their rubbish, then I would probably stay with him because, babe, you don't like me, but I'm sucking your son's dick. So you keep on not liking me, I'm still gonna suck your dick regardless. So I don't care whether you like me or not, babe. Your son is with me and he loves me, having kids with me. So in your face, keep crying, keep cussing, keep complaining over there. I don't care. Okay, mother-in-law, I don't give a heck. I don't give a heck. My final example of baggage, this one is very controversial, and this one will depend on, this one really, 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 really depends on you personally. This is somebody's sexual history. You need to know whether you're willing to be with somebody who has had many sexual partners in the past, or whether they've been a prostitute, an escort, whatever, done OnlyFans. Do you get it? There's so many other issues. You need to know what you can and cannot cope with. Do you get it? Some people will be with people that have OnlyFans, and that's fine. That's their person. That's them personally. They're able to take that on. You're able to take the backlash. People act in a certain way. Like, it's sad to say, yes, people shouldn't look at you a certain way, but they will. It's actually sad to say, they will. You need to know if you're willing to be with somebody who has a body count of 200 plus, and it's people you know personally as well, and you know you're going to see them all the time. You need to know if you're willing to be with that person. You can't now, when you're with that person, and the street, and people start looking at them a certain way, you start cussing them behind closed doors. You're such a hoe, such a this and that. You can't do that. You cannot do that. You knew what they were like and what their past was before you got into a relationship with them. You can't now get onto somebody who you see. I don't use the word hoe anyways, but obviously I'm using that term because a lot of people like to use that term. I don't call anybody a hoe. I hate that phrase. I hate that term itself. It's disgusting and degrading. Everyone has the right to be how sexually liberated they want to be. Do what you want to do with your life, innit? But like I said, that is still your baggage, end of the day. Because you doing all of that will mean that you have previous partners that could one day speak up about your past relationships, and there will be many of them. It could mean that future partners, it might hinder them from even wanting to be in a relationship with you because of that baggage you have. Do you get what I'm trying to say? And it's like I said, that shouldn't stop you from doing what you want to do, but at the same time, you need to bear that in mind when being sexually active, when doing things in life. Do you get what I'm trying to say? I'm not saying people shouldn't do this or do that. Do what you want to do. I'm just saying, innit, what could happen, because it is baggage end of the day. And like I said, you need to know whether you need to take on somebody with that baggage or not. But don't take them on with it and then start cussing them and being abusive, because no, you knew what their past was and the history was before you got into a relationship with them. But yeah, guys, now I'm at the end of my video. I just want to conclude it quickly. Baggage in general, we all have baggage. All of us have baggage, whether it's small, whether it's big, whether it's negative, whether it's not. Some people will see it as negative. You need to understand that when you go into a new relationship, you'll bring your baggage with you, and your partner's gonna have their own baggage. You need to understand that not everyone's gonna want to accept your baggage. You need to also know that it's also fair if you don't want to accept somebody else's baggage. It is absolutely fair, because you need to think of yourself first and what you want from that relationship and what you are able to tolerate in the relationship. You need to know if you're willing to go into a relationship with somebody that has a child. You can't now go into that relationship and then when they're spending Christmas with the child, you're now complaining, you don't put me first. You knew they had a child beforehand. You knew that child's their priority. Come on. When they're now going to go and see their child's, the other child's parent, whether it's the mother or the father, you're not complaining, you're always spending too much time there. You knew that beforehand. Come on. You knew beforehand that was going to be that was going to be a possibility. Like, come on, do you get it? You can't be with a female that you know was promiscuous or has a past, and then not start cussing her for having all those partners. You can't, because you knew beforehand. You can't cuss somebody for having bad credit score or bad financial history when you knew that beforehand. You can't, if you didn't know beforehand, different, but you knew beforehand, you get what I'm trying to say? You've taken that baggage on with you. You can't get onto somebody, you can't get a job because they have a criminal record when you knew beforehand they had it. You can't do it. Do you get what I'm trying to say? Hence why I said everyone needs to know who they can and cannot be with, what baggage they can and cannot accept, and you need to be wary and understand that you have your own baggage as well, and nobody will accept you with your baggage. So that concludes my video. But yeah, guys, thank you for watching my video. Make sure you like, comment, subscribe. Road to 1K subscribers. Yeah, the girl is almost on 1K subscribers, so make sure you subscribe. Okay. You love me. I love all you guys too, my loyal supporters. You know I love you guys so, so much. From me, bye.
Curve back, curve back.
I'm doing motherfucking jet. Oh my gosh, that was so long. Thank you.
They be like, Papa, you want that? You talk like that. You want like that.